Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome. I just said that like Shane Dawson and I did not mean to. Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. So my name's Laiken and today we're going to be playing The Sims as usual because that's what I plan on doing with my channel. So today I think we're going to do a building video. Okay, so this is the family that I'm playing with at the moment. It's the Swanson family. They have, I think I'm up to 13 generations. I'm obsessed with playing with this family. I love family gameplay and it's definitely my favorite in my opinion. Like I like having someone and then they meet someone, they get married and they have a kid and then their kids go off to university, and I love like, yeah, raising the kids and doing all of that stuff. I don't know why, but I'm addicted to doing it. And like, even if I try to do a different sort of gameplay, I eventually end up getting bored and then I just like start doing my normal family gameplay, and it's where I enjoy the most. You've got Ashlyn Swanson here. This is her fiance, Sabrina Hart. And then you've got Beckett Swanson and Ryder Swanson. I tried to give them like semi-hipster names. I don't know why, I just felt like it, but they're twins and they just grew up to be young adults. And then you've also got their youngest daughter, Maeve, who is asleep in her bed. She is a teenager. She needs to get up and get ready for school, let's be honest. This is their home. It's pretty cute. It started off as the downstairs, but then I wanted them to have like an activities room because there was 4 teenagers in their house. So they had somewhere to hang out. They were scouts. They reached the top of their scouting thing, and yeah, that's just what that is. But anyway, I want to build a house for one of the teenagers, so I think I'm gonna move into a house I already have built. It's a tiny home, and then for the other one I'm going to put him into a tiny home as well. I don't know which one of the twins it's going to be yet, but I think I'll just work it out as I go. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demolish this house here. That's my homemade coconut cold brew. And it is so good, and I just make it with coconut water, ground coffee beans, and then I brew in the fridge for a couple hours and then she's good to go. Just strain it out. I think I'm going to build Ryder's house. Yeah, because you've got all this nice area out here. He can go for jogs and stuff. He's very into fitness. So let's do that. So let's bulldoze this bad boy. I don't know, I've got the intention of doing a tiny home, but I don't know how that's going to go, so I'm just going to do my best. Like, I love The Sims 4, but I really wished that they had more lot options in all of the worlds, because I always find myself running out of room, because obviously I'm so obsessed with having long family trees. So I just end up running out of room for where they live. Okay, so I'm going to do this as a tiny home kind of vibe. Maybe I'll do it long ways. I need to change the tiny... I always build them so big. As long as it fits into one of these tiers, that's what I want to do. But he also needs to have room for like his workout equipment, but he could put it outside. Yeah, okay. Obviously that's too big, so let's go back. I'm thinking of having a patio area to the side here so he can overlook this area with the water and stuff like that. And I'm just going to do like a rectangle kind of 84 tiles, 72, 66. And the requirements of this is 64. Oh, you know, sometimes. Am I gonna regret that? It's still, oh no, I need to delete the floor. There we go, 60 out of 64. Should I add, I might just add in a couple of sneaky snakes. Okay, cool. Just do that. It's done in, it still says 60 out of Let me see if I can just add a roof. I don't know if it's glitched on me or what the go is there, but I kind of hate it already. Right, let's make that smaller. It still says it's only 60 tiles, but I think I just tweaked the system. Why is it not? Here we go. Ah, yes, there we go. I think I could have just totally cheated the system, but I kind of felt bad doing it. So I can have one more tile. No. Right, let's build on the inside. Let's build on the inside. Okay, this could be the living room and lounge room. That could be his bedroom. I'm interrupting with a voiceover because I filmed this video for 50 minutes. Would you believe? It took so much longer than I thought it was going to take. So I just thought that instead of you listening to me talk 40-50 minutes of crap, that I could just do a voiceover and do this in a much more organized fashion that will take up much less of both of our times. So For the outside, I did decide to do a semi-beach shack kind of vibe because it is a tiny home and I have put it in Brindleton Bay and it's by the ocean, so kind of suits the vibe a little bit. So I picked some white slats as the wall paint. I think they're called slats. And then I picked a dark timber for the windows and doors, which is a little bit different for me, but I just thought that I should just try something different, I suppose. As you can see, I have already separated the rooms in the house. So the back room there will be the bedroom, this little room here is the bathroom, and then at the front it'll be the kitchen and living. For the bathroom, I did decide to use some of the fitness pack stuff, because as I had mentioned, the person that's going to be living in this house is a sporty kind of guy, and I just thought that it would be very fitting for his personality and an opportunity to use some furniture that I don't typically use. I do actually use the shower a fair bit, but I don't use the toilet or the sink. I had a little bit of a dilemma of what to use in the corner of this bathroom. I wanted to use maybe like a countertop, put some decorations, etc. But I did recently buy the Laundry Day stuff pack for $7 off of Origin, and I thought that this would be a great opportunity to make that space usable, because obviously tiny homes, you have very limited space, and I thought that would be a great addition to creating usable space in this house. I did also have a dilemma of what colour I wanted to paint the walls in the bathroom. I was going to do all tiles, but then I was like, how many houses do you go into and the entire bathroom is tiled? Like, that is a very expensive endeavour. So I did just do one wall of tiles and then picked a plain colour to paint the rest of the bathroom, so it's a lot more realistic. And I will mention now that I did forget to put flooring throughout this entire house. I don't know how I forgot. I think, like, I watch a fair few YouTubers and I watch them build, and all of them seem to forget something, whether it be a kitchen sink or a bin. And I think I now understand why, and I think it's because you spend so much time concentrating on what you're saying in the video, as well as concentrating on the build itself. It's very hard to multitask it all. So I think you just forget to add things. I did, in fact, remember a bin, and I used move objects on and then just pressed the Alt key to position this where you will see in a moment. I was also really unhappy with how I was doing the kitchen and I couldn't work out why, but I will soon change it and you will soon see, and it will be a lot better than what's going on right now. So much better. I did not know what I was thinking originally. Yeah, and then I just put the bin over here in this little corner, and then I'm like, well, I like to add random objects to my kitchens, so I just used that little bench space there as my little random objects thing. And then I was like, why am I adding a dish rack by the stove? And deleted that, and then I pop a little fruit bowl there instead, and then yeah, kind of makes that space a little bit more better in my opinion. I had a couple of down lights. I can't remember what this light is called, but it's just this big disc light, and then you can just size it down and then it looks like down lights. And it's also one of the lighting options that do provide the most lighting in The Sims, because some of them are very dull and I just don't know why they're like that, but yeah, it's a great option. And then we're on to splashbacks in the kitchen. I did learn this from watching Simmers build, because I just used to do the kitchen all one paint colour, and yeah, now I started doing splashbacks, and they just work so much better and are a great way to add a more realistic feel to kitchens, as well as adding a pop of colour if that's the option you go for. I did choose aquamarine, which is not a different colour for me. I do love using aquamarine in my builds, and yeah, I did use it in this house a bit in the living area and the kitchen. I did also use some of the tiny living stuff, which I noticed that it didn't come in a dark wood option, which is kind of annoying, but it does have a light wood option that has like a dark wood feature to it. So I just added those in, and then a jute rug. And let's be honest, like, when you think about it, when you're building a house in real life or moving into a house in real life, you don't match your furniture to your kitchen cabinets or the windows that are in your house. So yeah, it just doesn't really matter what colour the furniture is. Let's be honest, like, I think it worked out quite well regardless. I was going to paint the entire room aquamarine, and then I was like, that is way too much, so I just did a little feature ball there. And that plant that I'm putting in right now is one of my favourite plants. I believe it's from Seasons, and I use it in pretty much every single build that I do because it's so cute. I think Seasons comes with a lot of really good plant options, like indoor plants and even some outdoor plants too. I did pop in a little dining table just because I thought, like, there was the open space there, so might as well utilize it. Also, I will mention the tiny living TV that I had put in also triples as a bookcase and a radio. So just wanted to mention that. The bedroom is the reason why this build took so long. I couldn't decide what colours I wanted to use in the bedroom. I was like, oh, I could do aquamarine in here, and then I was like, that's just too much. So I was like, okay, what if I do a brown? And then I realised that brown is hideous. And then I was like, what if I do a brown feature wall? And I was like, that's hideous. And then I was like, blue, orange, red, like picked all these different colours to try and make it work, and it was just not happening. I spent so long, like all my time was spent doing this bathroom. I think the main issue with bedrooms is that because when you select the bed, you're picking the bed frame and the covers that it comes with, you can't separate them. So a lot of the time it's hard to find a combination of bed that suits the vibe of the room that you're going for, along as the colour of the bed frame and the colour of the quilt set that's on top of the bed. So it's very hard to find a bed that is exactly what you want. So yeah, that was the issue for this bedroom, being so difficult to do. I did end up going for a much simpler option. I just picked this tidy bed. I think I do change the sheets in a moment, to a more simpler one. But yeah, I did start off going for a semi-green vibe, but then I accidentally deleted the bedroom and I was like, that is a total mood because I'm off it. I'm so done with it. I just want to, like, you know, you can just sleep outside in a tent, bro, because I'm over it. I was pretty happy with the amount of space that I had in the bedroom, so I did chuck in this workout machine, which is perfect for him. And then I realised that there is a couple of different swatches for that, so I tried to make the bedroom match the workout machine. And then I found this painting that had like this blue to it. And then I realised that the rug comes in a swatch of blue. And I also find this lamp that comes in a swatch of blue. And then I was like, cool, well now we can do... that can be like the pop of colour to the room, you know what I mean? Because obviously it's a very grey room. So yeah, I just added in some blue pops and just made that a little bit more of a thing because, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not my best work, like, at all. Clearly there's no flooring in there, but I don't want to talk about it. Then we're on to the outside patio. A hot tip if you are doing a tiny build with a tiny living pack, you obviously have to be careful with the amount of tiles that you're using. So you don't want to waste your tiles on outdoor tiles. So I like to use the terrain tool to create an outdoor area that way. Then we're just adding some essentials, an outdoor bin, a mailbox, and then I just create a little veranda, which I think is a very Australian word. I don't know if that's something that Americans use or people in other countries use, but yeah, basically just a sheltered outdoor area because when it's raining and stuff, you want to be able to still use the outdoor activities that I provided. In the bedroom, I realised that I forgot a washing basket, a set of drawers, and a mirror, so I just added those in real quick because they're kind of essential. Clutter items are really fun, but that clutter item did not sit center into that cabinet thing, and I was just like, why? What is going on? But I just left it. For the outside area, I did add in a barbecue and an outdoor table, so that way he could entertain with his lovely view that he has got there. I thought that was very fitting. I do add a nice like window panel to the left of the barbecue. You'll see it in the screenshots at the end of the video. I basically just move objects on and use a window, and that creates a nice panel. Landscaping is actually one of my least favorite things to build in The Sims. I'm pretty bad at it. As you can see, I just add a couple of bushes together and call it a day. I usually just go for, yeah, some build item plants and they look kind of cute. And I'm like, yep, that'll do, because I hate landscaping. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please like it. And if you would like to see more, please subscribe. And yeah, leave any comments below of builds that you would like me to do or videos you'd like to see. And I hope you have a lovely day.